Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't notice, or maybe you did notice, I mean, yeah, I have a pimple patch on. Sorry, it is first thing in the morning and I just gotta do what I gotta do. But I did also get a haircut. I cut off about 2 inches from the bottom and then I had the stylist kind of do whatever they felt was best, because if you have been noticing in my previous videos, my hair was looking like a hot mess, and hopefully now it doesn't look so much like that. Yeah, got a haircut. And hello, I have my breakfast right here in front of me. I have sourdough toast. I always get the one from Wegmans. It's just their organic miche sourdough. And I like it more than just plain white sourdough, so that's why it's always the miche one. And on top of it is my latest obsession. I have vegan butter, and I always go with the miyoko's vegan butter. I also like the Kite Hill one, but I feel like the miyoko's oat butter is my favorite one, the one that has like a hint of salt. And then some blueberry jam. I mentioned the brand of blueberry jam in last week's video if you want to check that out, or I'll also put it in the description box. But this jam is so delicious, and the combination of the salty butter with the sweet jam, I've been literally obsessed with this toast over the past couple of weeks, and I'm not even joking when I say that once I start having a bite, the entire toast is gone within a couple of minutes. It's just so freaking good. Let me give you a bite actually, so that you can get some crunch ASMR. I also, as always, have a big glass of water. Got my vitamins. But yeah, this has just been my usual toast these days. I know if you are a loyal viewer, which thank you so much, I spent majority of this channel eating tofu egg salad on toast, and I'm starting to get that itch back. I'm starting to crave it yet again, and I might end up getting it soon, but I am also concerned about the jam. Like, I'm the only one that kind of eats the jam regularly in here. And so once it gets opened, I try my best to finish it as quickly as possible so that it doesn't go bad. I've actually had an experience with this very blueberry jam in the past where we kind of just left it in the fridge and we forgot about it and it went bad. I didn't think jams went bad that quickly. They do. I am going to finish up this toast, have my big glass of water before I continue on with the day. Let me spare you from me devouring this. In my attempt to not be redundant, I've already gotten this started. It is my green drink that I've been having pretty much every single day for almost a month now. I have honestly been skipping a couple of days on the weekend just because I need to get my coffee, and I have been going out and getting coffee instead of making it at home, but I've only been doing it on the weekends, and whenever I do that, that's when I skip this green drink. So definitely want to have it today. If you're curious about the green drink, I have talked about it so many times on this channel already. I'm trying not to be too repetitive, although I am a person of habit, and there are just some things that always show up in my videos. So here's the green drink. Gonna put in my pump of vanilla, which takes this to a whole other level of deliciousness. And I also wanted to put something on the screen. You'll probably see it right now, but I did taste test something very recently. It was yesterday, I think, actually. A Whole Foods vegan mac and cheese. And I heard about this a long time ago, a few months ago actually, where they have vegan mac and cheese at their hot bars. Ever since I found that out, I've been trying to go to a bunch of Whole Foods in my area to see if they have it, and they never ever have it. So I went browsing yet again another day, and I didn't see it in the hot bar, but I saw it pre-packaged. Like, you know when there's extra from the hot bar, they put it in a package and they put it in the fridge? I spotted it there. There was one container of this vegan mac and cheese. Grabbed it up. I told Ian, I'm not gonna share this with you. I want to taste test this. And so I did it on my Instagram stories, and I believe I did it on my the Conscious Root TikTok as well. Like I said, you're seeing it on the screen. It was really good. I was super impressed. The cheese is like cashew based, which, oh my gosh, I was honestly nervous because I am highly sensitive to cashews, but it did not upset my stomach, and it did have a cheesy quality. I wouldn't say that it was super cheesy, but it was good. But anyway, going to drink this and I'll check back in with you a little bit later. Hello friends, I am back. It is time for lunch. I'm very excited for lunch, especially because I did a little bit of prep off camera. So here is what I prepped. I know it looks like a confusing mound right now, but let me explain. I actually made this for dinner last night, and then I realized I had some extra vegan chicken in the freezer. So I just made me 2 vegan chicken tacos. They are not traditional in the slightest, but if you do want to see like sort of a full prep on how I made these, I did an Instagram reel on the Conscious Roots Instagram, and then I posted like an after photo of what it looked like after I made it on my other Instagram. So basically, long story short, you can see footage of this all over Instagram. But basically what I did here, quicker version, I got 2 tortillas, flour tortillas. I made my frozen vegan chicken patty, which was the Gardein ultimate one in this instance, but the one on my Instagram, I used the daring breaded chicken. So yeah, I just made the Gardein chicken patty. I only used half of the patty, and that was enough for 2 tacos. I just diced it up. And then I put shredded lettuce down, vegan cheddar, and the cheddar is from Good Planet. That is my favorite vegan cheese, obviously, aside from the Trader Joe's vegan feta. And then I popped this in the microwave, and I just got the cheese all melty and good to go. So there are slight variations to how I made it for dinner last night, but pretty much looks the same. This was just the fast version. And in the Instagram content, I made like a jalapeno cilantro crema, which I really got to put that recipe on the blog because I've made it twice so far and it's just so incredible. And it's really easy to make. So I think I'm going to do that for the blog, but I don't have any more of that. So I'm just gonna top these tacos with a couple of pickled jalapenos. This one is from Trader Joe's. It is so good. It's honestly Ian's favorite. He always picks up a jar whenever we go to Trader Joe's, and I like it too. It is the hot and sweet jalapenos. And the brine, by the way, do not ever toss this brine. It is so good in tofu egg salad, in any kind of salad, in the jalapeno crema that I was telling you about. So good. And then maybe I will put a little drop of this Trader Joe's jalapeno sauce. I've mentioned this in the vlogs before or the videos before. This sauce is so flavorful and delicious. It's a little too spicy for me, but if I put a touch of it, I think I'll be okay. So let me do that. I decided to put pickled jalapenos on one and then the jalapeno sauce on the other, just so that it's not overloaded with jalapeno using both. And I've got some fresh cilantro that I'm just gonna put on top. And there you have it. Just delicious looking tacos. I am gonna do my best to taste one of these without making a mess. Doesn't that look incredible? Look at that. I'm telling you, I posted not too long ago, it'll obviously be a day by now, on Instagram. And when I posted the photo of these tacos, everyone lost it. They were like, whoa, those look really good. That is so good. The jalapeno sauce is not too spicy here. I think it's perfect. You might hear Logan, he's starting to eat again. The crispy lettuce, love the crispy lettuce on this. You have to have a little crisp on this, especially because it's pretty indulgent with the chicken as well as the melted cheese. And don't get me started on the melted cheese. It melts so well for vegan cheese and it tastes really, really fantastic. It is definitely one of my favorite brands when it comes to vegan cheeses. Definitely check out Good Planet, but yeah, this is the perfect bite. 2 of these are going to be more than enough for me, and I'm very excited to finish them up. So I'll check back in with you a little bit later. Okay, wow, those tacos were really, really good. I definitely think those are gonna be on my rotation for the spring and summer seasons. I just feel like tacos go so well with warmer seasons, especially if you can like crack open a beer or a non-alcoholic beer and just, you know, have some tacos, have a bunch of tacos. The 2 tacos were definitely filling, but I am craving something a little bit sweet. I know, who am I? But when you've got chocolate laying around, somehow you just suddenly start craving the chocolate, right? I was actually gifted these bars. They're from Truth. The brand is called Truth Bar or Truth. And they sent me a sample of some of their bars, so thank you so much for sending those over to me. I don't know what I was expecting when these bars came in the mail, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that they are full-on chocolate bars. While having a lot of nutritional benefits, and by the way, this is not sponsored or anything like that, like they're not paying me to, you know, hype them up or anything. They literally just sent them for me to try, and I've already tried one. And like I said, there are benefits to it. Like right on the label, it has like 1 billion probiotics. There's omega-3s from chia. So it's pretty cool that it has that benefit in there. But I'm just here for the chocolate right now. Like I said, I had half of this already. Or did I say that? I had half of this already. I've tried it already. So this is just 1/2 of it. They sent me like a regular coconut, which is this one. It's dark chocolate coconut. They also sent me dark chocolate lemon, which is this one. And then they also sent me a dark chocolate raspberry, which Ian had. And he said that he absolutely loved it. So I'm just gonna finish this other half. Long story short, I'm just gonna have this half bar of chocolate, dark chocolate coconut. It's so good. I never used to be a coconut person. This is good though. This reminds me of like a really popular coconut chocolate bar. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, I think it's called Almond Joy. It tastes like, you know, like shredded coconut, really great coconut flavor, nice and sweet but not too sweet. And then just, you know, covered in chocolate. This is dark chocolate though, but I love dark chocolate. It's good. Here's the label again, if you spot it anywhere. Hello friends, I am back. It is time to prep and make dinner. So for dinner, I am going to be making a homemade pasta dish. I am going to try and make like a creamy tortellini pasta with asparagus and peas. So I saw sort of like a recipe floating around with similar ingredients, except it had like bacon and it had like, you know, the peas that are like little cute circles. And I couldn't find those kinds of peas unless they were canned, and I kind of wanted to not go with the canned route. I wanted something a lot more vibrant and had more of a crunch to it. So I ended up getting these kinds of peas. These are sugar snap peas. And while they're not tiny little, you know, circular peas, I feel like if I cut these in half and add them to the pot, it'll still be really good. So yeah, everything else is pretty much staying the same. Also, there's no bacon. I didn't want to add any kind of bacon. So yeah, we've got these sugar snap peas. We have the asparagus. I'm going to dice these down into small, like bite-sized pieces. And by the way, if you're wondering why it's set up like this is the best way to keep them in the fridge. Just, you know, kind of sit them in some water like you would do for flowers, and then cover the top with some plastic or, you know, like a bag or something. They will stay pretty fresh. Oh, and also trim the ends before you put them in there. And then I'm gonna make a creamy base using some oat malk, and I think pasta water. I think the pasta water will thicken this up so that it has a nice luxurious kind of texture to the creamy sauce. And the tortellini that I'm going with is from Kite Hill. These pastas are so good from Kite Hill. Highly recommend trying their ravioli and tortellinis. They are both delicious. The one that we went with is the spinach one, but I believe all of their tortellini has a ricotta in there, a vegan ricotta. And Kite Hill always does almond milk based cheeses. So it's an almond milk, ricotta, and spinach stuffed tortellini. Going with the asparagus, going with the snap peas. I'm gonna saute the snap peas and the asparagus in a little bit of this garlic olive oil before it goes into the pot with everything else. I think that will impart some good flavor. I might even add some fresh cloves of garlic as well to punch up that garlic flavor. Who doesn't love that? And I'm gonna season it up with some nutritional yeast. And a little trick for whenever I'm doing creamy based sauces, because I sort of associate creamy based sauces with like a cheese sauce, I add in just a tiny touch of citric acid. I think this is also known as like lemon salt, but I just put a tiny pinch of this into any creamy based sauce, and it gives that tang that is very reminiscent of real cheese. Just a tiny bit. I don't put too much because as soon as you put too much, it tastes like lemon. I know people also use lactic acid. There's a vegan lactic acid. Gotta get my hands on that, but enough of me talking. That is essentially what I'm making. A creamy tortellini with asparagus and snap peas. You will be seeing it on the screen right now as I'm talking, and hopefully it looks as appetizing as it sounds to me right now. Cannot wait. I love me a creamy pasta. You all know I love me a creamy pasta. But yeah, that's all for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for a bunch of new people who have been showing up. My latest video, the video before this, has been seen more often than my usual videos, so thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in next week's video.